Okay, I can't decide which one I should wear. Should I wear our like flagship hat, or one of our ecosystem found me a bunny hairband? Which one should I wear? This one? Okay, thank you guys. You guys are bearish on my hat. Bad audience. Okay, 1 second. Also, they told me this last minute, so my presentation might not be very coherent, but you know who to blame. I was asking for a white one, but they don't have it, I guess. Gray is the new meta. Cool. So anyone has heard of MegaETH? Raise your hand. Oh, I guess. Why are you guys still here? You want to hear about Mafia? Okay, great. Who else? What else do you guys want to hear? At least you know Mega Mafia is great. What else? What? Hot pot. Okay, interesting topic. That's my favorite topic. What else? Okay, we're gonna cover Mafia. We're maybe not covering hot pot. Though I feel bad. There was a KTV DAO last night. I missed KTV DAO. So my second favorite activity. Cool. So I think a lot of you have heard of MegaETH. I will talk a bit about the basic, a bit of the use case, and I will leave a lot of time for question. To be honest, I want you guys to grill me. Otherwise you can find a generic presentation online, right? That's not the reason why I'm here. Okay, so first of all, I want to tell you a bit about the team. We're a team of 4 rabbits. All of us have ears. But more importantly, we are a team that really specializes in low latency data center compute and high throughput network. So from left to right, Elon, well, his name sounds like awfully like Elon Musk. I think his parents probably knew something before naming him. So Elon studied low latency data center compute at Stanford for 6 years. He was also an engineer at runtime verification. So not only was he able to design a system architecture, the guy can also code. Lei studied high throughput network, which is practically blockchain at MIT for 6 years. He's also the reason why us as a team loves Bunny, because if you've met Lei, anyone here has met Lei? The guy actually looks like a bunny, and he feeds Bunny. His life wish to have bunnies at home. But Lei actually co-authored the super famous data availability paper with Shuyao, and that's why we're bullish on the eigenlayer team, MegaEIGEN to the moon. The last one is me. I led business development at Consensus for many years. I see an old familiar colleague here. I've worked on product you probably do not like anymore. MetaMask, Infura. I've sunset a few products. Truffle. Anyone here has used Truffle? You've been here for really long. Thank you. And then lastly, Namek. Namek was actually a prop trader before. He's the most degenerative one in our team. A dude graduated from college last year and is the most crypto native guy I know. And he leads our growth and has been the one who's manning the Mega Mafia initiative. Okay, so I don't want to go super deep into the technical stuff. I will. But the reason, I left Consensus after 6 years and, build yet another blockchain, which I think all of you are so tired of hearing by the end of this time. And also, thank you for not going to breakpoints. I know a lot of people are going to breakpoints. So you believe in something. I want to present a few moments of imagination for you. These are the crypto use cases that I'm passionate about, and I'm quite proud to talk about them. And the goal is to ground you into something that's more concrete rather than just empty block space. So the first one, I keep talking about it, so I'm sorry this is the second time or third time you're hearing me talking. Anyone here uses VPN? If you don't raise your hand, I just know you're lying. So this needs to be 100% hit rate, right? Everyone uses VPN, but do you know that the top 6 VPN companies in the world are actually controlled by 2 giant conglomerates? Not only do they sell your data, actually nation states are actively suing them. They're paying millions of dollars of fine, right? Because why? Web2 VPN companies, that's the only way they make money other than subscription. So VPN is a perfect use case for crypto because crypto is a network allow you to bootstrap a network of nodes by leveraging billions of internet users' home devices. But why hasn't traditional VPN work? Because of performance. right? Like no one in the audience would use a VPN that just like somehow gives you privacy, but like every time you go, if you're in China, you're trying to use YouTube, right? Like that video never stream, right? Or you're in the US, you're trying to use some DeFi protocol and, you can never get it on and miss the trade. So performance really matters. And I think to all of you, I tell you there is a Web3 native VPN gives you the same performance as whatever VPN you're using, yet protecting your data, truly. And you can set up a node at home and actually making money from contributing to the network. I actually think all of you guys would use. I would use. I'm a very proud, avid VPN user. So this is one use case I'm really excited, and I would use it myself. Second one is a fully on-chain Minecraft. Anyone here play Minecraft? Or your children play Minecraft? Okay, I see the older ones here, okay. I've never played Minecraft before I met the team. And because I grew up in China, you have Asian parents, you kind of don't play games. And I was like always wondering, why do you need a decentralized, fully on-chain Minecraft? Isn't one of those like mid-curve use case of slashing a blockchain on top of a game, right? We've seen a lot of them. They're called GameFi in the last cycle, and none of them has survived. But this is different. A Minecraft, when it's putting on-chain, it's an open, permissionless ecosystem. It allows anyone to write smart contracts, bring liquidity, take ownership, and just have fun and do things. So for example, this guy opened a bank on the Minecraft. Sorry, he's my ex-colleague. And if he opens a bank, what's my first instinct? I want to loot the bank. There's money in it, right? But how am I going to do it? I probably need to hire an army. I need to build tunnels, right? I need to do things in order to get his money, right? But these are all actions we can put on chain. And each individual can dramatize your interaction with each other on chain permissionlessly. So I think this is the next generation. This is the next representation of DeFi. DeFi is going to happen on a fully on-chain Minecraft. It's not going to happen on a DEX. So third one is where I'm not that excited, but I think a lot of you guys are. I don't know, any market makers here? Yeah, you don't make money on decentralized exchange, right? You only make money on centralized exchange. And MegaETH is going to change that. MegaETH is the only environment where you can have high-frequency trading. You can do general arbitrage protocols. And by the way, one of our builders is building an arbitrage protocol along with EigenLayer. It's an AVS. But here we're talking about millisecond high-frequency trading. You can deploy programs, strategies, arbitrage, turn arbitrage into a stable coin, which is what Cap is doing. But again, this is only possible on MegaETH for the reason I'm going to unveil later. But high-frequency trading, I think, is a way to have efficient liquidity. And it's also the reason why liquidity stays on centralized exchange rather than decentralized exchange. I'm someone who believes that in the next generation, crypto participants, if they're still using centralized exchange, me and all of you sitting here, we failed. Right? We have not done anything that actually bring people in the decentralized world. And I think MegaETH is making a step forward in that direction. So what is one unique thing among all the three use cases I mentioned? What is it? Omega. These are use cases that's only possible on MegaETH. Why are they only possible on MegaETH? Not only because of our TPS, right? I can tell you guys we're 100,000 TPS and you will look at me like, oh my God, give me a minute, like give me a break. What's really powerful about MegaETH is our latency and block time. Because of a unique architecture, which I will describe later on, we have 10 millisecond latency. For reference, Solana has how much? What's the Solana's latency? What? Did you hear this presentation before? Okay. Yeah, it is 400 millisecond latency. Arbitrum is 265 millisecond. I need to give you a swag later on, if I have some. Make Ethereum great again. But MegaETH is 10 millisecond latency, right? With 10 millisecond latency, what can you do? The VPN use cases, you can actually have transaction information hop between different nodes, and that's why you don't have performance degradation. What's the implication of the fully on-chain Minecraft? What's the worst thing happen to a game? You do something, and the person doesn't move, right? And what really matters here is the time you submit a transaction, it takes from submission to register online. That's latency. And with a game, you want that to be registered ASAP, right? And in game design, what really matters, tick rate. Tick rate really matters. And the third use case, high frequency trading. Latency, again, really matters in a high frequency trading setup. So I just gave you 3 examples of use cases that's only possible on MegaETH. So do not tell me about GM, G Mega, Mega GM. Next time you see me, you only say Omega. This is my contribution to the GM lore in crypto. So now let me be a little bit more technical. Let me talk a bit about our architecture, right? We're saying that MegaETH innovates as the final frontier of blockchain performance, and we are getting 100,000 TPS and 10 or millisecond latency. So why final? There are so many layer 2, why final? And the reason is that most of the previous layer 2, which we are forever grateful for, have innovated on a bunch of things that allow MegaETH to be so performant. Right, so MegaETH, for example, we are not doing anything on the proof system. We have optimism and a bunch of amazing ZK EVM that have done amazing proof. So that part of the innovation is done. From a data availability layer, we have amazing eigenlayer who give us high throughput data availability. Again, we don't have to worry about data availability either. So what is left in the frontier of layer 2 of blockchain scaling is really the sequencer. Right? Sequencer is the bottleneck of performance, and that's exactly what MegaETH is so good at. So wrap it up, going a bit forward. MegaETH is so good at sequencer. What about everything else? So if we look from afar, our core of our technology is something called node specialization. Anyone heard of this? You have not seen my CTO's YouTube videos. Okay, disappointed. He explains way better than he actually explains using like bunny analogy, which I'm going to do as well. So the fundamental trade-off in a blockchain, right? No matter what you say, is a trade-off between decentralization and the beefiness of your hardware. Anyone disagree on this? Because Solana people disagree, and I don't understand why. Anyone disagree on this trade-off? Like the beefier your hardware is, the less decentralized you are, because not everyone can participate in the network, right? This is just like fundamental law of physics. So now you can move within the triangle. And I think Solana, for example, is doing a good job in stretching the frontier, but the frontier actually is still there. And there are a few things you need to do, right? Along this spectrum. So from left to right. So in terms of like validation, well, this is a very skinny bunny. The skinny bunny validation is an example of Ethereum network, right? Ethereum have like love home stakers, right? It's extremely decentralized. Actually, I think, oh yeah, I have a little ETH logo on this. It is very decentralized. Anyone can participate, but tell me how performant it is. Is it performant? No, right? So they took the extreme trade-off between decentralization and beefiness by over-indexing on decentralization. And we think that's the right priority, because as a layer 1, your only job to be a layer 1 is to be decentralized. If you're not decentralized at layer 1, why are we even here? So now another example is a fatty bunny, right? This fatty bunny is so beefy. It's really good hardware. It's just like pumping transactions so fast, so smooth. But it's sacrificing on decentralization. Can you guess which bunny is this? It's very obvious. So what MegaETH does and what node specialization does is, yo, bro, you've been wrong all this time. Why do you choose between skinny bunny and fatty bunny? What you can do is let the skinny bunny do the skinny bunny thing, let the fatty bunny do the fatty bunny thing. And what you get is net positive, a super high performance blockchain. So in our use case, our validating network is extremely light, right? You can practically run them on your mobile. So all of you can participate in the MegaETH validating network and probably earn something. Wink, wink. And then our finalization dissemination are gradually toward more fatty and more beefier. And then at the end, the crown jewel of our design is a very fatty, beefy, cute bunny that is our centralized sequencer. But not only, people think, okay, you guys just have a centralized sequencer. What's the magic? Everyone else can do that. They're damn wrong, because we're doing a lot of beautiful things on top of our fatty bunny. So for example, you probably heard Keynote's presentation. We rewrote the entire state trie. So the state tried, the Patricia Merkle proof, is the biggest bottleneck of performance, and our team just rewrote it from ground up. We also have done our own parallelization. So a lot of layer 2s or layer 1 are using block STM. We're like, you know what, we can do better. So we did our own. That's going to give us a way better performance. We're also using jig compilation, I think, which Mona also uses as well. So at the end, what we're really producing with no specialization is the first real-time blockchain. Why do we call it real-time? What is our secret sauce again? Queues, low latency. And why does real-time matters, especially in the use case I mentioned to you in the beginning, right? And the consumer deeping use case. Real-time matters because that's where user experience really matters. That's where you have a locked design space to build something that people actually use. It's not janky. But more importantly, now we have infinite block space thanks to EigenLayer because we're posting data on EigenDA. So with our super powerful sequencer and EigenDA, we're able to invite builders to build something as if they're building in Web 2. But you know what? It's better than Web 2. Because now you have crypto-native primitives. You have a P2P network. You have tokenomics. So fundamentally, I am so tired of people saying, oh, Web3 dApp is on par to Web2 dApps. It's just wrong. Web3 dApp should be better than Web2 dApp. And we're here for that. So the definition of real-time blockchain, I put a definition here for those who are nerdy and technical, but I don't want to go into it. I want to talk about what's the opposite of real-time blockchain. So if we think about MegaETH is processing transaction, we're streaming transaction, right? Traditional blockchain, or most of the blockchain you're seeing right now, it doesn't matter whether they're layer 1, layer 2, even Solana, they are batch processing. They have to wait to batch a few transactions together, and then the money goes through the blockchain. That's why they're slow. That's why they're not real-time. So I want to end with something. A lot of you guys were asking about Mega Mafia. When our team set out to do MegaETH, our goal was to build a healthy ecosystem. MegaETH is nothing without Mega Mafia. Mega Mafia is our flagship builders program. So if any of you wanted to build something, you are tired of people saying crypto has no use case, please come and talk to me. Without Mega Mafia, MegaETH is just an empty chain, and I don't want to build an empty chain. So I think we're here to make Ethereum great again. That's why we're Mega. But we're also here to be unapologetic, opinionated, and be performance maxi. If MegaETH cannot have 0-to-1 application that people use, I think we should reflect more as an industry. But anyway, that's it. Thank you guys. Any questions? Do I have time for a question, or I don't have to answer a question?
One question?
Oh, one question?
First, thanks, Shuyao. My question is, so MegaETH is actually just one chain, or it's like infrastructure for all the chains that can be duplicated later?
Great question. We are one chain. We are a team that believes in a single shared state. Good question, because sometimes our investors call us a real Solana. Right? We believe in that single shared state, but except we're just like faster, even better than Solana. But also, I mean, I respect people who are launching app chain as a service, right? I think they're just different approaches to scaling a blockchain. They're orthogonal, but so far we want to make sure that MegaETH is actually as performant as I just talked about, because otherwise, yeah, don't pay attention.
Okay, sounds great. Actually,
thank you guys.
It's amazing talk. Another amazing talk from Shuyao, and yeah, let's give another round of applause.